Hi everyone, happy new month and welcome back to Scholarship Cafe. Special shout outs to all my subscribers. Thank you for keeping this fire burning. Thank you for being part of Scholarship Cafe story in the last couple of months on YouTube as well as in the last 1 year on Twitter. So today I'll be addressing current postdoc openings and how to get postdoctoral positions in Canada. I've had several questions in the last couple of months about, the problem of getting a postdoc position in Canada. Why is it so stressful? Why is it that most supervisors do not reply? Just 2 weeks ago, I made some tips on LinkedIn, Twitter on how to package your application very well. The first and I think the most lucrative postdoctoral fellowship in Canada is the Banting Postdoctoral Fellowship. The deadline for this year has elapsed. Actually, it's a value of 70,000 per year, which is more than what most postdocs get in Canada, and it's a duration for 2 years. But before you can apply for this postdoctoral fellowship, you actually need a supervisor acceptance, which I always tell people you need to send that cold email out. So if you're interested in the Banting Postdoctoral Fellowship for the year 2023 reception, that means you have to stick to this page. Hopefully the timeline is still the same for next year. By the time the application starts next year, it should be around April to September, and the evaluation of candidate will start in October to December 2022, maybe, if nothing change. You need to get a supervisor acceptance, and this fellowship is quite competitive because they usually do evaluation from the school level before they recommend to the scholarship body. That means the first thing you need to do before you can apply for the Banting Fellowship is to get a supervisor. You draft a proposal together. I started Banting Fellowship when I first applied to Canada for my postdoc. I secured a supervisor in one of the university, and we started drafting the proposal to submit to the school. Then the school, they do the evaluation, they select the top candidate, then they send it to the scholarship board for approval. And if you get this funding, it's for 2 years, 70,000 per year. Oh my God. So if you're interested in the Banting Fellowship, that covers is equally distributed among natural sciences, Canadian Institute of Health Science, and also social science. If you're in social science, you can also apply for this fellowship. The fellowship are awarded to about 70 fellowships are awarded annually. Approximately 140 awards are active at any time, so you have the chance to probably get into the scholarship, into the fellowship, if you have a strong application, professor acceptance, and please just apply. And it's not limited to those who has PR alone. It's actually extended to international applicant. For instance, the objectives of the Banting postgraduate program is to attract and retain top-tier postdoctoral talent, both nationally and internationally, develop your leadership potential, and also position you for success as a research leader of tomorrow. So if you're interested in the Banting postdoctoral fellowship for this year, it has closed, so you may have to stay connected to this website for the 2023 application. Another postdoctoral opportunity in Canada is the Mindtag. I also applied for this. Again, you need a supervisor acceptance. In all this, there's one common story. You need a supervisor acceptance before you can apply for the Banting and the Mindtag Fellowship in Canada. The Mindtag Fellowship provides 2 to 3 years of funding, value at 60,000 Canadian dollars per year for postdoctoral fellows. So it's like an industry postdoc. So you need a collaborator from the industry, and you need from academia. So once you get a supervisor in academia, the supervisor could always help you to get a collaborator in the industry. So again, you need to get a supervisor before you can be qualified for the Mindtag. I don't think the Mindtag has a deadline. So once you actually write a supervisor in Canada, instead of asking for funding from them, you can tell them you're interested in the Banting or the Mindtag Fellowship. Would they actually accept to be your supervisor? So even if you don't get this fellowship, they can eventually create a space for you in their group or lab depending on the funding condition. So apart from this general scholars fellowship, there are several openings in universities in Canada, and this comes into being that you need to know how to use their career page. For instance, in UBC, you have several postdocs openings, and also, like you see here, the first step before you can get a postdoctoral position, not only in UBC, but other universities in the world, is to search the research interest of an individual faculty member to locate a potential supervisor. Then you can contact them to discuss opportunities or openings in their lab, as well as maybe they have funding opportunities for you. So for the current postdocs position in UBC, you have postdoctoral fellow. In wound healing, you have graduate and postdoc positions in Drosophila translational genetics. So if you are doing something related to genetics, you may want to apply for this position. There is a postdoctoral research fellow hydrogeomorphology. If you're interested in biofluid diagnostics and clinical mass spectrometry, you may consider applying for this position. The deadline for most of them are also written. You can see for the first one, the deadline is 30th of November 2021. For graduate and postdoc position in Drosophila, the deadline is 1st of June 2022. If you're interested in urology, you can apply for this position. If you're interested in digital sexual initiative team, you can apply for this postdoctoral position. It is open until filled. I would attach a link to this page in the description section of this video. If you're interested in postdoctoral position in chemistry and chemical engineering, please go ahead and apply for this position. Pharmacogenetics and clinical pharmacology with a focus on adverse drug reaction, postdoc position in UBC, please apply until the 15th of November 2021. Remember, the first thing you need to do is to write this professor directly that you found the position in their lab and you're interested. Send in your CV, which is well written, which I made several videos on how to write an academia CV that is applicable in North America, in Germany, and also in Asia, across the world. It's better to have a CV that it could be used anywhere in the world. So please go ahead and see the CV and a sample of the cover letter. The second looking at the second page, if you're interested in postdoctoral research position in single cell genomics, molecular biology, it is open until filled. RNA biology, bioinformatics, and clinical pharmacology, it is open until filled. So again, I'm going to say that you need to know how to use the career page of most of this university. For instance, in UBC, you have the graduate and postdoctoral study, postdoctoral fellow office. They have the openings, career opportunities. Becoming a postdoctoral fellow in UBC is there. Nobody refers, nobody can be your agent to look for postdoc positions for you. I get this information. Kindly post postdoctoral position in economics and accounting, in banking and finance, and microbiology. Please help yourself to look out for the career page of most of this university. The next university is the University of Calgary. They have several postdoctoral positions which are currently open. Obstetrics and Gynecology. The Coleman School of Medicine offers postdoctoral position, which was posted on the 28th of October 2021. If you're interested in related to wastewater and also molecular microbiology, you may apply for this postdoctoral position at the University of Calgary. If you're interested in multimodal biosensor for early detection of disease, Department of Mechanical and Manufacturing, you can apply for this position. There are other several postdoctoral positions. Also, it's important to know how to use this career page. Like you can see for UBC and Calgary, most of those positions are listed. So you can check out those positions on this university website. Several universities in Canada, in the US, and Germany also have a career page dedicated to postdoctoral posting. If you're interested in optimizing wastewater sample for effective wastewater-based epidemiology, Department of Geoscience, look at the crosstalk. So you can apply for this position. The most interesting part at the University of Calgary is that they have this new postdoctoral opportunities, which they call the I Postdoctoral Match Funding Program. So this postdoctoral program is actually dedicated for strategic research and innovation plan. Funding will be awarded on a competitive basis. So if you're interested in applying to the University of Calgary, you can apply for this position. And it is really good because your supervisor only needs to provide funding to the tune of 25,000 per annum. The university actually match that funding up with another 25,000 Canadian dollars, which makes 50,000 Canadian dollars, and you can stay up to a period of 2 years. So the eligibility is the fact that you have a PhD already, or you are in the last lap of your PhD. You need to get a supervisor acceptance in university at the University of Calgary who is committed to funding your research. Individuals who anticipate starting the postdoc appointment within 12 months are eligible. Like I said, if you have a postdoc position in Calgary presently, you are not eligible. Like I said, applicant must provide a letter of support from their research supervisor committing to provide 25,000 annual component of the award plus employer paid benefit, and also supervisor of international postdocs are responsible to pay 30 Canadian dollars compliance fee to support the work its application process, because for postdocs we are exempted from submitting the labor market impact assessment. So your supervisor must agree to pay the 230 Canadian dollars compliance fee. So to the application requirements, you need to download the online application form. You can see the application forms are here. Confirm eligibility. The application form are here. You need to compile your document. Number one, you need a contact information. You need the PhD completion information, contact information of 2 references. Make sure they are your supervisor, your master's and PhD supervisors will be appropriate. Then you need to be sure that your referee submit a letter of reference to this email on or before the application deadline. I'm sorry, those videos coming late. The application deadline is the 5th of November. So if you haven't gotten a supervisor yet, you need to start writing now. Do not list the University of Calgary supervisor as your reference because they do not know you yet. Then you need to submit the proposed research project title, download the application form for the completed Mindtag Fellowship project summary form, your research proposal, which is asked to be 2 pages maximum plus 1 page of reference, and also follow this other requirement. One of them is faculty supervisor statement, including match funding confirmation, outline how the supervisor current research, training and innovation environment will support your research, and also the supervisor should be able to explain your project aligns with the current University of Calgary research and innovation priorities. Again, opportunity is real. It closes on the 5th of November. Once again, I'm sorry for bringing this video late, but again, you need to look for supervisors right now. Send a cold email, ask them if they can support you to the tune of 25,000 Canadian dollars, and you may also send this link of you may also send the link of those openings to them to show that you really know what you're doing, and the university is actually supporting with the extra 25,000 Canadian dollars. So that's for the University of Calgary. Like you can see, I showed earlier, there are several current openings at the University of Calgary which you may check out. You may actually apply for. Another is the University of Alberta. There are several postdoctoral positions also in the University of Alberta. Again, you have to go to the page, and they have several positions here. You have to go to the page. They have several positions in the postdoc page, and you can go to P, which indicate like you're looking for postdoctoral positions. Like you can see, there are several postdoctoral positions at the University of Alberta. Alberta is relatively cheap compared to Vancouver or BC. There are several postdoctoral positions, which includes postdoctoral fellow in medicine and dentistry, biochemistry. If you're looking for postdoctoral position in electrical and computer engineering, you have it here. Postdoctoral position in neurology, postdoctoral position in occupational therapy, postdoctoral position in pharmacology. Also, you see the Mindtag Accelerate is here in chemistry. If you're looking for postdoctoral position in life science and environmental science agriculture, it is open until field. So you may need to click on all those links to check out those postdoctoral positions. Again, it's important that your research interest aligns with the future lab or future group, make sure you write your CV well. Remove the date of birth, the nationality, religion. Make sure you start your CV with your contact details, education, research experience, honors and award, EDI, references or professional affiliation. You can get a copy of my CV on my YouTube video as well as on my personal website. So, like I want to say once again, to get postdoctoral positions in Canada could be tiring, but again, learn how to use the career page of most of these universities because they have all these positions listed, just like in UBC, in University of Calgary, as well as University of Alberta. If you like this video, please hit the like button, share with your friends, subscribe to Scholarship Cafe, and spread the news. Let's grow together. See you some other time. My name is Tolumi Wagbajabi. Bye for now.